Gordhan, together with the management of SAA, appeared before Parliament's Standing Committee on Public Accounts. They faced tough questions from MPs about the SAA Takatso Consortium deal and about the resignation of Novick from the Takatso Consortium board.
Mr. Novick was a small and relatively minor partner in a consortium. Let's not overplay whatever he has to say. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, what happens within Takatso is their business. But just because he happens to be somebody who has experience somewhere in his past, as we all do in one respect or another, doesn't discredit everybody else.
Gordhan says some of the conditions of the deal are that there must be no political interference and that there will be no dependency on government to provide cash. In addition, Takatso Consortium will bring their own management team as well as operating capital. He told Scopa that Takatso will pay the money once the deal is finalized.
Takatso is not required to put any money into anything right now to do with SAA because there's no deal. The transaction is still in the process of receiving regulatory approvals. So why must it put money into something that it has nothing, no legal status in at this particular point in time? So the timeline, as you put it, to deliver the cash as far as the operating expenses is concerned starts on the day on which this part of the process ends and the deal has been consolidated.
You cannot have an airline that is run by government with all the regulatory sluggishness that we go through, which hamstrings SAA vis-a-vis its competitors. For SAA to survive, it needs an agile structure. It needs to be managed by, like the minister said, by a management team that is not overburdened by political dynamics, decision making.
Scopa says it wants the deal to be above reproach and not be tainted with corruption scandals.
We will not take a decision for you whether sell or don't sell. But whatever you do must be done within the parameters of the law and within the parameters of the Constitution, which amongst others calls for transparency.
SAA has more than a year operating after being under business rescue in 2019. Scopa says SAA has fewer aircraft flying compared to its competitors. Lula Mamatya, SABC News, Parliament.